Today we will cover topic why is time and attention the most important thing we all have. So we always say that time is running, we spend a lot of time doing work or chasing after money, and then before we realize we are already old. We also don't have enough time usually to spend with people we love, to relax, and we also sleep away a great part of our life because the sleep is super important for our bodies to rejuvenate. And this all we will be covering inside this video. So how much time do we really have? And now I'm going to take it specific to Czech Republic. So based on the data from Czech Statistical Organization, the median life expectancy is for men 76 years and for women 82 years. Now that would be nice if we can spend these 76 or 82 years in great health. Unfortunately, according to Eurostat data, healthy life expectancy is for men just 62 years. So we will usually spend 15 years fighting some serious disease. And then for women, it's 62 years. So we can see that here from like healthy life expectancy, the difference in between men and women is minimal, just 1 year. And most common complications that we all face based on Czech Statistical Organization are heart diseases, cancer, then vascular diseases of the brain and diabetes. So if we aim on prevention of these diseases, then we are going to give ourselves a great service because we can then prolong the healthy life expectancy or in general even the expectancy of the life itself. So this is how we can get more time. How does ordinary day look like for us humans? So we all know the day has only 24 hours. That's not a surprise for us. And from these 24 hours, we sleep in average 8 hours. The reality is 7 to 9 hours. So let's take 8 hours as average. Then we usually spend some time in work, and that's around 9 hours per day. Usually it's like 8 to 10 hours if we take average work time and travel to and from work. So this really leaves us during workday with just only 7 hours left. And we can then use these 7 hours to do whatever we want. And then in case of weekend, if we just subtract the sleeping time, then we are left on every weekend day with 16 hours. So in total, this leaves us with 35 plus 32, which is 67 hours of free time every week in average. But is it really so? Do we really have 67 hours every week to do whatever we want to do or whatever we have to do? In reality, these 7 hours during workday and 16 free hours during weekend we can use, for example, to study, taking care of our family, enjoying our hobbies, speaking with friends, relaxing, or having fun at some party. Unfortunately, because we are not machines, many times we can't use it all every week. Because time to time we just have to rest, we can be sick, we just don't feel like doing something, we have no motivation, or we just binge watch some series inside TV, and this is how we lose these 7 hours or at least borrow them. Now, if we state it otherwise, or if we put it otherwise, what does it mean? So in reality, we spend 1/3 of our life by sleeping, then almost 1/3 of our life before retirement we spend doing work or working in the standard day-to-day work for our employer. And then the remaining 1/3 of our life we can do whatever we want to, but part of it is usually spent taking care of our child, family, and so on. So it's not that it's exactly 1/3 that we can do whatever we want. But if we check it, then we really have just 1/3, at least majority of us, 1/3 of our life to do whatever we want to. So this means that time and attention is really the most precious thing we all have. How is it possible? Because we live only in the present moment. Obviously, we can learn from the past, and ideally we should. We can plan for the future, but still we live only in the present moment. And so, if we invest time or give attention to something, it's simply gone forever. It's quite interesting that we easily get angry if someone takes away our money, but we do not perceive it the same way with time. Unfortunately, the time and attention is much more important than the money, because we can earn more money, but earning more time is super difficult, nearly impossible, because there is simply some given amount of time. We can prolong it maybe by few years, but that's it. So if you invest time into something, it's just gone forever. So we have to be very cautious about it, into what we want to invest our time. Can we get more time anyhow? Yes, we can. At least as per current available studies, we can exercise on a regular basis. We can do cold exposure, which would make after some time our bodies more resilient. And we can also do intermittent fasting, which allows our bodies to learn the schedule and then repair itself. Because if we would be eating all day, then for our body is pretty tough to fix itself. But if we provide it with clean and clear schedule, then our body would know, okay, now I have 3 hours and I can use them to repair myself. Then we can also do something which is called background tasking, which means doing things simultaneously. For example, we will turn on washing machine and we are exercising in between. Please do not confuse this with multitasking, because multitasking increases the stress level and actually decreasing our productivity. So background tasking is simply being smart about how to plan things to happen simultaneously, but we don't have to split our attention in between these two things, because the washing machine is just automatic, so it can wash our laundry by itself. Then we can start doing to-do or done list, which means at the beginning of the day we can write down what we want to do. In other words, we will schedule or plan our day, and then we would know what we should aim for. And even if we finish just 70% of our list, we are definitely farther than we would be without it. Or we can also use something called done list, which means each time we finish something, we just put it on the list and cross. And this will reward us with a small jolt of dopamine, which is chemical that simply makes us feel good. Then we should definitely meditate, do mindfulness training, and be grateful for things that we already have. Because many times we just go with things because we have them, we totally forget about them, and if we take effort to realize what all we already have and be grateful for it, then it can make us feel amazing. And the biggest benefit is that all these exercises lead to stress reduction. And if we have a lot of stress, then our body produces a lot of cortisol. And cortisol is stress hormone which is shutting down our immune system. So it's super important to decrease our stress level. Stress in a short period of time is actually beneficial, but stress or a high level of stress over a long period of time is going to exhaust our bodies. So be super careful about it. And how do you plan to use your time to get the biggest benefit out of it?